Standoff averted. The Anoka-Hennepin School District says a majority of board members will agree to a budget. This comes after one board member posted plans to hold up the budget process on social media. The district says board members came to a budget agreement after an almost 6-hour meeting this week. That means classes can continue without the threat of a shutdown. Board member Matt Audette had previously posted a message to Facebook saying he and 2 other members would oppose any budget that included teaching related to race and gender identity issues. A major road construction project in the Northwest Metro kicked off this week, and local businesses are already feeling the impact.
A lot, yeah. Usually our weekend is beautiful, and right now it's really slow.
That is the owner of Grill Hall Brazilian Steakhouse in Maple Grove talking about how her business has been affected since the 63rd Avenue Bridge project began. The bridge was torn down last weekend, and by doing so, it cut off a major access point for businesses west of Highway 169. MnDOT officials say the bridge needed to be replaced. The project will also extend acceleration lanes onto Highway 169, making it safer for drivers to merge.
So as MnDOT looks to find ways to improve safety on our roads, this is one way we can do that at this particular intersection.
The project will be complete in mid-October. If you've got old prescriptions sitting in your medicine cabinet, you've got a chance to safely toss them out on Saturday. April 27th is National Prescription Drug Takeback Day. The Brooklyn Park Police Department, as well as Walgreens in Maple Grove and Plymouth, are accepting unused prescription drugs. Police say it's important to keep them away from kids.
What if they fall into the hands of children or people that shouldn't get them? We have an opioid epidemic going on in this country. We need to maintain better control over our prescription drugs.
Officials say medications shouldn't be flushed down the toilet or tossed in the trash. As camera technology improves, more people are returning to old-fashioned film. The National Camera Exchange is benefiting from that trend, which started back in the early days of the pandemic. Reporter Emily Haugen explains why.
All the way across the front here, I have used cameras, so used is obviously a big focus of our business.
With its rows and rows of equipment from every era. The National Camera Exchange in Golden Valley offers a snapshot of every generation.
Our biggest customer base would probably be like moms and dads and their kids' activities. And this has always been a student favorite.
Manager Jason Brown knows the industry moves fast.
Photography right now, I think it's like one of the most exciting and somewhat frustrating times to be in photography because things are advancing so much. The capabilities of cameras are so good.
Yet, amid all the modern tech, the shop also has nostalgia on its side.
Throughout the pandemic, if you were between the age of 15 and 30, you were here for a film or a film camera related.
So yeah, this is where we load film.
The Exchange develops film, a part of the industry that was largely revived in 2020.
Pull it out here, like so.
Lab tech Ryan Schimpf prepares the film for the processor. He says he's been doing this for over 20 years, and the resurgence is fun.
Yeah, I really dig it, yeah.
This is where I have all of my 35mm.
Upstairs, staff collect film from customers and process it.
I doodle in my free time.
Most of the staff, like Lily Johnson, are customers themselves.
They're so obsessed, and they can't wait to get like their photos back. It really is like that feeling of just like the anticipation, like, oh yes, like it's finally here, I get to see my film.
As for why younger people like the slower, sometimes pricier option, Johnson has an answer.
I think film really like forces you to slow down and just like really appreciate the art of photography.
And it's not just film that people are after.
We have spent years recycling this, and then all of a sudden all the kids want these like super old point and shoots.
At times, it's hard for resale to keep up.
I'm gonna have somebody put some batteries in this one, and we'll see if this one still works.
All in all, Brown says he's grateful for this added exposure.
So this is where we have all of our really cool stuff.
And connection to the next generation.
Film is like such a great present for us, because there's no other way for us to communicate with these 20-year-olds, but they have to come in to pick up and drop off film.
In Golden Valley, Emily Haugen, CCX News.
Finally, this segment, a Brooklyn Center man has found a way to blend a popular recreational activity with art. Photojournalist Dustin Scholl takes us inside the colorful world of disc golf design.
I started out doing just fun designs and I put a sticker on there and I'm like, Bauhaus. Because I work here, I love it here. I want to represent when I'm out there. Still in love with this FD. The community of disc golf and dyers, people who dye disc golf stuff.
There you go.
It's getting more popular all the time. There's a whole subreddit all about disc golf. I love doing art. It's the best. I said, hey, can I sell some Bauhaus disc golf discs here? And they said, yeah. And then I went crazy and made a bunch of them. Here's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good Bauhaus one. There's a Roadrunner. This is a bottom stamp Mako 3 by Innova. They're starting with great discs, first of all, that people like and want to use. It just has some cool art on it, and it's one of a kind, each of them made by me in a basement with a record player and a bunch of cool colors, and it gives me my peace and my zen. I'm gonna call this one like the wrestling pack. This one's actually called a Flair, so I put Ric Flair on it. This disc is called The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I definitely did a lot of band and music influences, some Misfits, the Wu-Tang, Protect Your Neck. Just trying different styles and different approaches to how to dye these because some people are really, really good at this and it takes a while to get really good.
You can catch Dan's disc art at Bauhaus Brew Labs in Northeast Minneapolis.
It was a big win for one local coach this week that put him in some pretty rare company in the world of Minnesota high school softball. Chaz Moots has the story.
Let's be athletic here. Charge, be athletic.
It's another game day at the Diamond for Maple Grove softball head coach Jim Koltes.
Slap one, looking good.
Winning is what's on his mind.
That'll go. Danny, come on, Danny. Come on, Danny!
Almost all of the time.
On the base, that'll go! Good job! I tell the kids this all the time. My daughter, I was going to win the game in Chutes and Ladders with a 3-year-old and my wife on family game night. I got to the long slide. I went all the way down. My wife's like, why are you so red? I said, I wanted to win. She's like, she's 3. But it's just that fire and that competition that I just... There you go. Range! I've always had it. That a girl works!
Wednesday afternoon's win over crosstown rival Osseo meant a little more for Jim and the Maple Grove softball program, marking 400 career wins for Coach Koltes.
All our successes have really come from, our players. It's never really been about us, and here we're standing here talking about us getting the 400, but it's not just me, it is the whole program's 400 wins.
In his 23 years coaching at Maple Grove, Jim has guided the Crimson to the state tournament 9 times. But despite how much winning means to Jim,
you're okay, you're doing good.
The kids always come first.
410, you got it, kid.
He's one of the most kind people I know. He's just always there for you. Like he always says, like if you ever need anything, let me know and I'll be there.
You got it. You're a great hitter, kid. Come on now.
He's just the kind of coach that cares more than you think he ever could. He's there for everyone in and out of softball, and he just wants everyone to do their best and be their best at everything.
You got it now, Jenna. Here we go, kid. Have some fun.
Only 28 Minnesota high school softball coaches have ever reached the 400 career win milestone.
Everything's purposeful today. Everything's purposeful.
But the day in and day out of building connections with kids,
what are you doing? I'm just giving hugs.
Is why he's still climbing up the ladder.
Well, this morning I had a 6:30 a.m. meeting at Park Center, and I taught all day, no prep hour, and all I was thinking about was getting here ready for the game, get the field ready, start pitching, start having conversations with the kid. That's what keeps you going. I mean, that's what keeps you going.
In Maple Grove, Chaz Moots.
There we go.
CCX Sports.
Benilde-St. Margaret's and Edina are ranked number 1 and number 2 in the state in boys lacrosse. Those two teams met up Thursday night.
The Red Knights on their home turf for this one, and they get a jump on the Hornets early. Dylan Popine passes from the X out to Holton Danderlindy, who drives a shot home. BSM is up 3-0 in the first quarter. Late in the first, Gus Bell gets inside the Hornets defender and rips one high into the net. Red Knights up on Edina 5-0 after 1. Second quarter, Benilde Sky rolled, keeps his balance, and delivers a great pass to Bell, who turns and scores. The goal makes it 7-1. Less than a minute later, Vanderlinde puts the pass right on the money to a wide-open Popeen. It's 8-1 Red Knights. Third quarter now, Raphael Johnson-Nixon hits the trailer rolled coming down the middle, and the junior midfielder nets another goal, and it's 10-2. Benilde-St. Margaret's wins it big over Edina, 16-4 Red Knights, the final.
Hopkins baseball has lost 5 straight after beating Buffalo back on April 10th. The Royals were looking to get back on track at St. Michael Albertville.
A windy day out at St. Michael Albertville High School. Hopkins started the game well. Top one, Wyatt Peterson, big swing to deep center over the head of Zach Zanetti. Olin Lisney scores on Peterson's double. Next batter, Carl Sheeby rips one to left field. That drives in Peterson. Hopkins up 2-0 after the first frame. Quick answer from the Knights though. Drew Luster hit to short. Sheeby at first can't squeeze it. STMA cashes in on the error. The Knights scored 3 total in the first. More offense in the second from the home team. Talon Signs way back in center field off the wall. Signs ends up with an RBI triple. The Knights scored 4 in the second. Fourth inning now, Lincoln Tangent pops one to shallow right field, RBI single. STMA rallied off 12 unanswered runs and 10 runs Hopkins in 5 innings. In St. Michael, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.